Joseph was a slave, but he was different from the other slaves. His master, Potiphar, trusted him so much that he put him in charge of his entire household. Genesis chapter 39, verse 1 tells us that everything Joseph managed prospered because God was with him. Potiphar's wife, however, had a different kind of interest in Joseph. Now, the Bible tells us that this woman noticed how attractive Joseph was. And maybe she thought that Joseph was just another one of those slaves who would do anything to please her. See, she had no regard for Joseph's God or for Joseph himself. All she saw was a handsome young man who could satisfy her desires. So she started coming on to him day after day, hoping that eventually he would give in to her advances. But Joseph kept refusing her, saying that it would be a sin against God and a betrayal of his master. Now, for a while, Potiphar's wife was successful in wearing down Joseph's resistance. And we know this because it says here that she did not stop, that she kept coming on to him day after day. But one day when the house was empty, she grabbed Joseph by his cloak and told him, "Hey, come here, you handsome young slave. You can't resist me. I want you, and you're going to give me what I want." But Joseph, hearing this, immediately ran out of the house. And he didn't stop running until he got away from that situation. Now, when Potiphar's wife realized that she couldn't force Joseph to stay, she grabbed onto his cloak and pulled it. And this gave her the perfect opportunity to accuse him of trying to assault her. And believe it or not, Potiphar actually believed her. He was so angry when he heard these accusations that he immediately had Joseph thrown into prison. And even though Joseph was innocent, he had to suffer the consequences of someone else's actions. So the big question is, why didn't Joseph just tell Potiphar that he was innocent? Why didn't he defend himself? Well, I think there are two reasons why Joseph didn't defend himself. First, he knew that if he tried to explain what really happened, he wouldn't be believed. And second, Joseph was a man of integrity. He knew that he didn't deserve any reward for doing the right thing, but he also didn't want any punishment for doing the wrong thing. He simply wanted to obey God and remain loyal to his master. And because Joseph chose righteousness over his own comfort, God exalted him in his prison cell and eventually made him ruler over all of Egypt. So the lesson for us today is that when temptation comes our way, we must resist it. When evil tries to make us choose between what is right and what is easy, we must stand firm. And even when obedience seems costly, we must trust God because He will never leave us nor forsake us. If this story inspired you, like and follow for more. And don't forget to share because someone out there needs this reminder too.